Hello children, I am Manoj sir, your mathematics teacher. I am teaching math since last 30 years. Coming about the concept of proportion. What is proportion? Proportion is another part. After doing ratio, then you have to go to proportion. But the basic things I want to explain here, the equality of two ratio. The equality of two ratio is the proportion. That means one ratio A is to B is given and another ratio, let's C is to D given. Two ratio is given. Now, if I say find the proportion, equality of two ratio, that means A is to B, here give 4 dots, C is to D. This is proportion. That means, what is the meaning of this? This means actually equal to. 4 dots means equal to. The A is to B equal to C is to D. This is proportion. In proportion also a lot of sums are there, we will do that. So A is to B, proportion equal to given. This is equal to C is to D. Equality of two ratio, that is called proportion. Simple term that you understand well. Okay, a lot of things is given in the book, but in the simplest way, just I am explaining you so that you can understand well. So what is A is to B equal to C is to D? That is proportion. In proportion, there is another term, sometime it will come, continued proportion. Let A, B, C, D, E, are continued proportion. Continued proportion. Where it is continued proportion? If A, B, C, D, E are continued proportion, that means I can say this is continued proportion. That means A by B must be equal to B by C, must be equal to C by D, must be equal to D by E, ... If this by this, A by B equal to B by C is coming, B by C equal to C by D is coming, C by D equal to D by E is coming. If like this it will come, that is said to be continued proportion. If three terms are given, A, B, C, and say that find the proportion, we cannot find out. A, B, C, three terms are there. Where is the fourth term? How to find the proportion? But when they say A, B, C are continued proportion, A, B, C are continued, then easily I can do A by B equal to B by C. Clear? If A, B, C, D is given, A, B, C, D are proportion, two things I understand well. If I said it is a proportion, then I say A by B equal to C by D. Or what I can say, A by B equal to C by D. This is, when I say this one, it is a proportion only. But once I said it is a continued proportion, this way I cannot write. That time what I write A by B equal to B by C equal to C by D for continued proportion. So proportion and continued proportion, both are not same. So while doing sums, we will read the sum well. What is given there? Proportion is given or continued proportion is given. Okay children, I think this much you have understood. 2-3 times you see the videos. And please like and subscribe also and share with friends, so they can also understand well. I told you, I think 2,500 subscribers is there. Most probably I will start the live class for the students. Live class I will take for all the children. And CBSE, ICSE students, whatever chapter is there, everybody in ICSE, follow ICSE student. Then after teaching this, whatever chapter left in CBSE, that also I will do. Because my motto to teach all the students of CBSE board and ICSE board of class 10 here. So 10 chapter I am covering. Once completed, some are common chapters, some are different chapter, both I will do. So don't worry CBSE children. Whatever I am doing, if you are having, you practice. If you don't have, that also I will start once it is completed. Some common chapters, most of the common chapters are there. I think few chapters are different. Both I will do for both the children, for CBSE children, for ICSE children. And other children, other board is there. If you are having this chapter, please practice. But specially I will follow ICSE board and CBSE board of class 10. Here, okay. Now then one another part is there, that is a proportion, first proportional, second proportion and the third proportion. First, second, What is first, third and mean proportion? Now say if it is given, that to understand A, B, C are proportion. A, B, C are proportion. What is the first proportion? A. A is called first proportion. First proportion. Okay, children. A what is first proportion? What is the third proportion? In this, C is say third proportion. Shortcut I am writing T, third proportion. C is called third proportion. And what is the mean proportion? B is said to be mean proportion. Just get idea about this. While this doing sums, it is required. Okay, children. So this is the first proportion. This is the third proportion, and this is the mean proportion. I think basic idea of all these you got while doing sums. Something more are required, that is componendo, dividendo, importando, all these are explained in other class. But to understand this much, mostly all sums will be covered from there. In the next video, I will start teaching problems on ratio. Okay, bye children.